So I've done a test of the test, and now this is a test video. The third installment of test videos. And there's also some audio changes. So I've changed on the back. There's a different switch, like not mods. We're using a Blue Yeti microphone. And there's two things at the back, and I've just changed one of those and then made one center and see what happens. Yes, anyway, hopefully it's clearer, a little bit louder. If it's not, then that's fine. It's just gonna be, this is my audio for now, and that's just gonna be the case. Yes, so this is video, you may see by the title, is not just about testing, it's also about jobs and how jobs are searching is a difficult, a necessity, but a difficult thing to do, and it's not for everybody. Some people don't want to look for jobs, some people have to, and some people are casually looking for jobs, and we're all in different scenarios. Yeah, so this is a test about jobs, and specifically job searching is terrible. The job market is terrible. There's no like saying it's good, it's just bad, just the way it is. Can't affect anything, can't change anything about it, you just have to keep applying. Just where so yeah, where do we begin? One, you have a job currently in it, but then you are struggling with something deep down. This could be because of situations outside the work environment, or could be work environment you're in. So you go look for opportunities outside the workplace you're in and try to find them. Two, you have a job and you're going through a big stage of your life. That can be family, personal, relationship, health and well-being, i.e. lost a part of you, or an incident that made you have life-changing effects affecting everyday operation. You had to move away from working and to deal with this situation, and you're now searching for a job. Either you've been currently on a 0-hour contract and now you or reduced hours and you're looking for more permanent roles, or you've lost your job because of the situation and now you need a new one. Or three, this is one I haven't experienced, but it's basically you're not having a job or you're unemployed and you're looking for jobs. You're all of you are on the same boat, meaning that job searching for once in a life, for those with complex PTSD, which I have, still struggling every day, and trauma, those people with learning difficulties, which I have some of those, but many people have more, some people have less. But you're all in the same boat. People, and then also those people without these baggages or these circumstances are also with the same pool as us and them and you and I and us and whatever may. So far as we're all the equal playing field looking for jobs, we have to find jobs. Why? Money. Unfortunately, my process of being through a lot, I used to like to get a job because of other reasons, like helping people, team plan, learning new skills, meeting new people. I felt like a nice feeling moving from school to college or a new education location to a new education location, but that energy has gone and diminished, and now it's just money. Unfortunately, that's just life. You've realised the importance of why you needed to get a job, not to experience things, but because you need it to push. Once you've realised what you want to do, need to do, or yeah, you realise, okay, now this is why we need jobs, because this allows us to get money, and then that money allows us to do this and this. It's great. You have to get there and figure that out, and it's difficult. A lot of people have like gap years, people have panic, and it's a midlife crisis and all that. That's part of it, because then you realise, okay, this is why we're doing this. Okay, now I'm going to go into the mental side of things. 1. Is this a dream job you're looking for? So when I'm searching for a job, I have difficulty figuring out, is this a dream job I want to do? Which is a painful thing to look at, because jobs shouldn't be about dreams. Jobs just are jobs. There are some jobs that are unique and they change your lifestyle because of that particular jobs, but they're not exactly dream jobs. You figure out what you want to do and you pursue it, regardless of it's your job or not. What is, yes. But yeah, money to live. I did spend a lot of my savings when where I got to here. I do not regret using my money that I saved up, even though because that's the point of saving up, is you're using it when there's a thunderstorm and it's raining for days and you need it to help you get to where you need to be safe and get through that difficult part of life. And then once you get there, and hopefully I'll get a job, but hopefully you'll get a job, and hopefully with that you can save up again for when you know this may happen again. That's what the saving money is for. You can use some of your savings for holidays and trips. I did do that. It was so worth it. I had a nice 4 days of I needed 4 days away from chaos and pain and all of that, and I just had 4 days of like a nice spa retreat. It was so good, even though it did cut a lot of my money of savings, which I do not regret doing. Yeah. The fourth thing is also not just, those three, is you're already in the job, and do you stay in that job like the old way of staying in a job and hoping things will change, but they don't, so you now are looking for jobs. Okay, so the mental side of things, yes, so you look at people, is this job that you're happy? Number 2 is the job that you're happy to do a small period of time and then move to another job? Are you loyal, like the old days, hoping that this will change, but they don't, and you stuck there, or you stuck in the job you want to apply for, or for you get, is that a job you're applying for because you want a career opportunity to move up a different ladder to a new job, so forth. When it comes to CV stuff, this is sort of a rant. I'm not getting into this. It's a test video. It's not perfect. It's okay. When no one's a machine, humans are not meant to be machines. No CV. Do you continuously update the CV? Do you have a general CV? Do you need some professional to go through your CV? When you realize, and then if you do it through a professional, or someone goes through your CV, and the people changing that to help you, is it now their CV with their ideas and perspectives, or is it your CV? Because that's my issue, is when I allowing certain people to go through my CV and try and edit it. It was dreadful, because there's no way of actually indicating this will work. This CV will do something. Would I get feedback from this? Did their changes help? And there's also like, is this CV me? Is this how I want people to perceive me? Is this what I know I've got education and the bits in the CV, like past work experience and what our current employment, past employment, extracurricular and interest and whatnot. But if they go and change all that to something that they perceive that I did or something, and reword it in a way that wouldn't be the way I would word it to enable to think, and then they believe that because they've changed it, they will hope that the people that read it will hopefully read it at the same perception of the person that wrote it, and it is stupid. If you make a CV, for me, I will go through it with a specialist person who does CV stuff in the later future. But if they change it so drastically from what I've shown, or there are some only small bits that need changing, that's fine. But if anything massively changing, there needs to be like, why? What's the point? And so forth. Who sees it? CVs. Yeah, and then if you do give the CV to multiple people and it comes back, are they giving the same results back? And then you have to send it off and hoping you get information from it. And it goes to cover letters. The worst, because you already sent a CV with information on it about you, what you've done, or things, but the cover letter is meant to allow you to be broaden, I guess, yourself, but tuition to that job, but you wouldn't have applied with your CV if you weren't going for it anyway. And the fact that they still could read the CV and then also read the cover letter, or just read the cover letter and miss the CV, which is also one of the annoying things. Is like, you send all this information, and then when I had a interview in the past, no, they did not even look at it, and it's like, why do I do this process for you if you're not going to do the process for me? And it's like, it works both ways, and if you're not going to put effort in for me, then it means that you're not a place that I should be working at. But anyway, these are all things I'm learning now, but it's just, oh my god, I just want a job so I can. Anyway, so cover letters. So there's also supportive information, or a text box or a brief that basically in the application, so you don't really need to send a cover letter because you've already put the supportive information as well as the CV in the application. So why do you need a cover letter if you've already done the information that the cover letter should be covering? That's why I don't really do cover letters. Maybe that's why I'm not getting jobs, but I don't know, because I don't want to waste time and I just want to get. And then it goes, not just, this is like general stuff. Now we go to applications and different websites. It's okay to have different websites having different places. So the good thing to do is look at a job on a general job searching site, and then you go to their website, and if their website has a career place, then you apply, and then you go through their application system. You're more likely to get noticed. Not guaranteed job, but you at least get noticed, but but they have to be simple. They have to be a simple process, similar to the ones on Indeed, just like CV. This information done, process it. But they don't. You have to do different things, and it's longer. And sometimes you have so many questions, and it's just annoying. And then some applications like civil servant and government applications. This is more UK stuff, but other places in the world maybe have this. But government, civil, different job. There are other websites also that do this. They have a long application process for a job that doesn't need that much information to get it, or it's just in general that is what you always have to do for every single job. And so for NHS jobs as well, there's just so much information, so much inputting. Sometimes it saves, and that's good, and you just redo certain elements. But it's so frustrating, especially for so a long and required essay that are many words, thousands of words, for people who struggle with idea of working on finding a job and having difficulty with language communication. Everything is not encouraging, and also inclusive. It's not inclusive either, because people are struggling daily with like learning difficulties, processing questions like with dyslexia, and the elements of doing a long-winded application is, and we don't usually have the information right there as well, and sometimes we need help, and it's not an easy way of finding help if you're alone and you live alone and you have no one to go through it. And then if they say, oh, you just contact help, like some people can't even phone people. It's not inclusive. And the process of, like, if something's like, oh, write down, there's a question, write down about how you support that with STAR. That's more of an STAR is basically situation, task, action, and result. That may help you. The screen on that is being recorded is just a Z with yellow. There will be little guys, little desk, and little people on it. But I mean, it's just me talking. When I get to Voltgar story, there'll be a little bit more images, but mostly it's just me going through the story and express. I may edit my voice a little bit with like the voice thing, just to add character to, maybe there's so it's like two characters, there's two different voices. It's not just mine, but it will still be me doing through it. No, we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, so my application process needs to be simple for everyone, not just the people who are able to process them and have time to write the information they ask for on those questions. But they also need to allow people with the struggles to be able to apply straightforward and clearly. But that probably will never happen, because that's what they want. That's what I feel is like, that's what the job market or the recruitment agents and recruitment process of these places are just have so many barriers, just so they can eventually get to the ones they get. But then again, you're not allowing everyone to have an equal opportunity, which I assume is the goal. But everyone should have a chance to apply. And even though they may get 1,000 applications, most people are applying for the job because of the job. it is what it is. You have to just do what you can. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this talk a bit. I guess I just want to release the stress of what I'm going through in it, and I think everyone is sort of is going through the same problem, and it's also so hard to explain this to people who are working. Everyone's like going on with their normal lives, and they have a schedule, they have stability, and they have their own thing, and they're going, this is what I'm doing this day, and this, that, and that, and then it's like us who are trying to get a job and trying to get into that stage, and they just give unhelpful advice or unhelpful motivation, or you just feel gaslighted, or it's just infuriating. But this is a place to validate. It is stressful, it is a rant, and it is such annoying process, and I hope one day we can all be financially free and independent, and able to afford the things that we want. But in this world, I don't know. It's 2025. I honestly don't know what's going to happen in the future, and I prefer to be free and uncertain than be in fear and control the situation. I prefer to just hopefully things will come, and it's hard. It's hard when other people want certainty and you just want to relax and not worry about the things that make us feel stressed, and be a little bit humble and be able to do the things you want to do without worrying about coin money and starving. Yeah. Hope you enjoy Ungolden King and Blessaurus. Dino Heart to you all.